So today I'm at the Good Home Bar in Wigram. I'm a bit of a frequent flyer here because on most Tuesday mornings we have our sales meeting here for Ray White Metro. I'm always impressed by the owner, Andy Jacques, because he always remembers my name and my coffee order and that of about 50 other people that come on the day. So I thought it was time we found out a little bit more about the man behind the coffee and his business. Come and take a look. The Good Home Bar is a local favourite in the new Wigram shopping precinct, which is always growing with new businesses coming into the area. I guess you could say the Good Home Bar is one of the new originals. With distinctive decor on the upper and lower level, the bar and restaurant offer a spacious and inviting atmosphere 7 days a week where you can meet, greet and eat and wind up and down on the weekends.
There you go, Bronwyn. There's your coffee. Trim flat white, takeaway cup, no sugar because you're sweet enough.
See, he so knows me inside and out. Andy, thank you so much for meeting with us today.
Yep.
Tell me about it, because it's a wow space, isn't it?
It is a wild space, and I think that's one of the things that I'm still really impressed about after, we've been here for 5 years now. And you still get people come in and actually just, they stop and they sort of look around and they're looking at everything, and it's actually really cool to watch people do that. And you can kind of see what's going on through their heads and what they think about the place. The old story, first impression. They're greeted by Susie, our fantastic manager, and they get that good bubbly welcome when they come in and stuff. So, but where it started, we had another bar and restaurant out in Raleigh. We've still got it. My sister and brother-in-law run that one, and we're kind of it'd be good to do something else, maybe sort of future-proof the years to come and stuff. And we spoke to Lion Breweries about this site. They offered us this site and another site. I used to live just around the corner. We really loved with what was happening here in Wigram Skies and stuff.
So it's a great lifestyle choice too then.
Oh yeah. Literally 2 minutes down the road from when we built it and stuff. So which is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing, because you can't
get away from work.
You can't get away from it, and you kind of find yourself getting pulled back down here every so often. But no.
So it's a concept bar. What is a concept bar versus say like a franchise? Because there are other Good Home Bars, right?
Yeah, so there's about, I think it's about 13 odd Good Home Bars sprinkled. There's 2 others in Christchurch, Pegasus and Ferrymead. There's one in Blenheim, and we were the first in the South Island, and then all the rest of them are up in the North Island.
And what is it about the Good Home Bar what is the essence of it?
I think it's just what you just said, the good home, It's sort of people come in here, the way it's been designed is that we've got different areas, so it's not like just a big barn. You come in here and, we've got your sports den here, we've got your atrium over there, your lounge, your dining corner, and then you've got upstairs, there's a meeting room upstairs. And
you've even got kissing booths. I've seen them.
Yeah. Oh, really? You've been in there?
There's a few booths down there. I'm sure there's a wee bit of kissing goes on.
Really?
On
Okay.
Friday night.
Okay.
Don't know myself. Haven't been here for that. Just saying.
Yeah.
It is. It's an amazing feel. As when you walk in here, it's a super wow. And I know that I've always been impressed when I've come in, and you always say hi. You always greet me with a smile on your face, as do the other staff members. What's it like, trying to keep that vibe going in a business? Because it's pretty hard to run a small business, right?
Yeah, it can be, and I guess hopefully that's the culture that pulls through there, right? So you've got all of your, we've still got a lot of original staff from when we opened. Very lucky that we've got original chefs from when we opened, which is quite unusual in this business. But from a front of house perspective, if you've got good people who are outgoing, vibrant, friendly, and all the rest of it, then anybody else actually looks and probably feels out of place as well. So you've just got to sort of bring that through so that everyone's doing the same thing.
So who comes to the bar? Because it's obviously a gastro pub that's open from 10?
10:30.
So 10:30 right until late every night of the week, or?
Yeah, or just until nobody's here. I've got to say we're not a 1 o'clock in the morning closing type of place with DJs and live bands. We're sort of most of the time, unless there's a function upstairs or something, we'll be closed by 11:30, 12 on a Friday night. It is kind of that neighbourhood thing, and I'm picking if people want to kick on, they'll head into town or go home, or and carry on at home or whatever. But it's we get lots of family. A lot of people say how family friendly it is, which is awesome. I get a lot of corporates as well, you know. I think, you know.
Well, case in point, Ray
Yeah.
White Metro come here every Tuesday morning, which is pretty good. What do you find? You know, what's one of the funny? If you have any funny things happen in the bar, or is there anything of note that you thought was kind of a bit difficult in having your business?
Look, you probably caught me on the hop there. There probably is something funny that's happened, but we get that circus on a Tuesday morning when all the Ray White people pour in, and Richard, spells out all the wise stuff. And
Do you feel like you could be an agent now, all that compliance, all that stuff?
Yeah. Like all I do is sit here and listen to Richard and his words of wisdom and stuff, and obviously your job's easy, right?
Oh, it's super easy. The good thing is we have coffee that keeps us awake through compliance, which is obviously a great thing.
Yeah.
Hey, so you mentioned about the fact, so we come here on a Tuesday, it's because it's such a big, easy space for us to do our meetings and things, and obviously you let us come, before you actually open, which is, so fantastic. But you're set up for sort of corporate functions, and can people hire the place out at different times, or what do you do?
Yeah, well, we don't normally hire the whole place out, but we've got upstairs we sort of hire anything from groups of sort of 30, 40 down one end of upstairs, or we do sort of go up to about 70 or 80 if they want the whole of upstairs.
So lots of birthdays or engagements,
You notice that on all the bookings that come through, such and such birthday. In fact, we got a really cool one the other day where somebody is coming for their, I think it was their 12th birthday, and they've been here every birthday since we opened. So, and I remember them saying that last year as well. So things like that are pretty cool,
So what are your pipes like? Are you quite good at the old happy birthday song? Have you got your own one, or you're up there doing your wee, happy birthday with your candles?
Roman is a good story actually. I remember playing karaoke one Christmas time. The old PlayStation karaoke, and my brother beat me holding the microphone under his arm. That's how good I am at singing.
Okay, so a work in progress.
Not even work, just gone.
Okay,
hopeless, terrible.
So
can't do it.
So that's not one of your main skills. But when you own a place like this, you obviously find yourself upskilling and having a variety of skills. What did you find was one of the hardest skills to learn? Was there anything that was really challenging?
Look, I think I had a really good background coming into Hospo with being in a bank for 17 years. And one of the things that the bank, drum into you is customer service. And I think along with, where I progressed to in the bank, I was then able to pick up business skills and, the money side of it, that sort of thing. So I kind of don't feel like anything's been that difficult. I wouldn't say everything's been easy, but I think the background that I got working in the bank actually made, for a really, really smooth transition into Hospo. As anybody in Hospo will tell you, it's all about customer service. So, and that was the biggest thing that we learned in the bank.
How do you deal with complaints? What do you do? I can't imagine you get any here. but how do you? Because obviously, we in our business, we can't do everything right all the time. We want to, obviously, but we make mistakes at times. What do you do when how do you manage it?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because every single, and I find when I'm talking to staff or training staff, when you get to the issue about complaints, it's actually a really tricky one, right? Like there's no, hey, right, this is what we do, and this is what they get, or this is how we resolve it, or anything. Obviously, it depends on what the complaint is, how serious the complaint is, and all the rest of it. But obviously, the first thing is you've got to listen to what they're saying. So it's actually not paying lip service. It's like, oh, okay, really? Okay, so I totally get that. You've got to empathise with the person and actually be genuine about it. It's not just it's not just it's the end of a long day and now this person's saying this or whatever. You actually got to, and then you've got to understand it, and then you've got to fix it. And you've got to make sure it doesn't happen again.
All about listening. Listening and actually finding a solution. And generally people just want to make sure that you see something and can react to it in a courage actually, isn't it? Courage as opposed to reaction.
Totally.
What else is happening? Because I understand that this is not the only enterprise for you.
No, so we've got some big things coming up where I live in Prebbleton now. I used to live just around the road, but live in Prebbleton now. And we're just about, my brother's actually come back from Hong Kong and he's going to run our we're currently building a brand new good home in Prebbleton.
Cool.
Very similar to this one. The feedback's been amazing, like
Right.
just so much good feedback from the community and stuff, so we can't wait. We're just sort of pushing through the normal hurdles and stuff now, but and we're also doing a barbershop.
Wow. So you can have a beer and have a haircut at the same time.
You will be able to have a beer and have your haircut at the same time.
Love it.
So which sounds like my perfect haircut, right?
It actually
Not
might.
that I need that many these days.
Well,
but-
I might have to come and get a shave. Hey, look, I'm close to the age where there's the odd one. So look, you never know. You might be able to do a bit of plucking for me.
Yeah.
So who's running that for you?
So there's a young guy who used to work for us when we first opened Good Home here. His name's Craig Stewart, and he's a good young fella. He worked for us for 3 or 4 years. All our customers really loved him, and he's, like I say, he's a good lad. And he suggested one day that we saw that there was a barbershop coming up in the same complex. So we're unit 11 at Prebbleton, and the barbershop's going to be unit 9. And he said, "Oh, look, why don't we do a barbershop?" He was kind of joking, But I thought, there's no barbershop in Prebbleton at the moment. I thought, why not? And great opportunity for him, obviously, to be, he's currently working for somebody, so this will give him the opportunity to work for himself. And yeah, it just sounds like another cool week challenge.
And it sounds like there's absolutely no reason for any of those boys or men in Prebbleton to not be well manscaped either. So I'm hoping to see, there'll be some quite good looking, carry on going on down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Hey, look, I really appreciate you spending some time with us today. I really love the fact that the business is going so well, and I wish you all the best with this new one. I really hope that people that are watching this will come down and love what they have here. If they haven't been here before, come down and have some of the good home bar service. And if you're out in Prebbleton, please keep an eye out on that new one and let's support locally.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming along.
Love it. Thanks
Always
so
a
much.
pleasure to see you.
Thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome.